This Easter, hop into the holiday spirit with Bondi Vet.
You're quick, but you're not quick enough.
From baby birds getting into traffic chaos
Geez, one just went under a car.
to a dog with a dangerous sweet tooth,
Can crash very quickly at the levels of chocolate that Dash has had.
and even chickens dressed to impress.
I've got no idea what to expect with these chickens.
Celebrate Easter the Bondi Vet way.
There it is, the golden nugget.
This is Dash?
On the Gold Coast, 3-year-old whipper Dash has been rushed into Alex after he ate an entire bag of chocolate.
Sweetheart, what were you thinking, hey?
Owners Amy and Michael became instantly alarmed when Dash suddenly became extremely unwell.
All right, let's get you over here.
I was upstairs in the study and Dash projectile vomited all over me and the floor before I found the fully eaten packet of dark chocolate and mint protein balls. He was limp, not able to move, foaming at the mouth and like trembling, laying on the floor. But when I noticed the chocolate balls, like my stomach instantly just dropped.
So this boy has eaten a whole pack of dark chocolate, but he's also had a collapse episode associated with it. So I want to have a listen to his heart. Chocolate contains a compound called theobromine, which is a little bit like caffeine, and dogs are very sensitive to it. So if they ingest chocolate, they start to show signs that you'd expect to see if a human drank 10 Red Bulls. For a dog of Dash's size, I'd expect his heart rate to be somewhere between 80 to 120. Heart rate's about 210. Wow.
Alex is extremely worried. Dash's heart is racing at over 200 beats a minute.
And that means his heart is in overdrive. Good boy. You're right, my friend. Hey, you're a silly boy. You're a silly boy. All right, mate. He's really twitchy as well. Good man. You're a brave boy. There we go. We got you. I think your mum is very worried about you right now.
I think she has good reason to be worried about you right now.
Yeah.
Alex needs to try to get the chocolate out of Dash's system as quickly as possible.
We know that according to this calculator, he's sitting in the area where we should be seeing heart abnormalities, which we are. So we're seeing a very fast heart rate, but definitely in a danger zone and definitely something that needs urgent treatment. What I'm going to do is just rub one of these little tablets on his gums. It's going to make him feel pretty sick, and we're hoping within a couple of minutes he'll start to bring some of that chocolate back up. No. Yucky, yucky. I'm just going to give him a whole tablet.
Yeah.
I want to be pretty sure.
Make sure it comes up.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Oh, good boy, Dash. Okay.
Sorry, we're going to get it all up.
All right. Let's hope it comes up.
It isn't long before the drug apomorphine starts to take effect.
Oh, good boy. Good boy.
Smell the cocoa on that.
But Dash isn't out of danger yet.
Now we need to attach ECG leads, which will allow us to monitor the rhythm of his heart. I know, you can feel it literally beating out of his chest. Good boy. His heart rate's just 260 now, and it's real because I can feel his pulses. All right, mate. Good boy. It looks like it's just a tachycardia rather than a tachyarrhythmia, so we need to get this urinary catheter in, and because of what I suspect is happening is he's reabsorbing it into his system via the bladder, so we need to remove that urine. Yeah, that side. Yep, legs towards you. Yep, okay. All right, so before we even try to place this urinary catheter, I'm going to give him some additional sedation because he'll get even more stressed with us putting the UCath in, and at this stage his heart rate is so fast he's in danger of actually having a heart attack. Hey, my man. Hey, there's just a lot going on. Chocolate is just so bad, they just can't metabolize the caffeine and the theobromine in the same way that we can. All right, matey. Good boy. It releases additional adrenaline in their system. It acts on the central nervous system and they just really can crash very quickly at the levels of chocolate that Dash has had. Hey Dash, you're giving us all a big scare. Oh, my boy. Come on. Yeah, that's it. Hey, you just chill there. The methylxanthines, which are the toxic components of chocolate, they are excreted into the urine, but they're then reabsorbed via the bladder wall back into the system. So we need to stop that cycle from happening by removing the urine as it's produced, and the best way to do that is to put a urinary catheter in.
I know, good man.
We've just got to be really careful while we place it, not to tip him over the edge.
Good boy.
All right, Dash, hang in there, mate. Okay, oh yeah, great. As we place the urinary catheter, Dash's heart rate actually starts to go up, and that's because his fight or flight hormones, like adrenaline, are now running through his system and adding to the pressure on his heart. We're just going to empty this urine out of his bladder now. Again, that's just going to help get these toxic components of the chocolate out of his system. So it's all about decontamination at this stage. Let's just get his legs my way.
Good boy, you're going to fall in a minute. It's okay.
Good boy. You're giving us all a scare. You know, he's in a lot of danger at the moment, and I've certainly seen dogs this bad with chocolate toxicity just die. So we really have to monitor him continuously. Thanks, Patrice. Hey guys, this is Dash. He's in a bit of trouble. Come on, my friend. Good boy.
The next 8 hours will be critical, and Dash will be closely monitored for any signs of deterioration.
Good boy. Good boy. Hey, Dash. Look at you. You're asleep. Hey? Well, you look very different from yesterday.
Young whipper Dash has made a remarkable recovery from a dangerously accelerated heart rate after eating a large amount of highly toxic chocolate.
Last night when I left him, his heart rate was still really high. He was very agitated from the effects of the chocolate. This morning, he's got it out of his system and he's pretty exhausted, to be honest. His body's been through a lot, but he's going to be okay. I know some people are going to be very excited to see you.
Owners Amy and Michael are eager to see their special boy, and they've brought along his equally excited housemate, Daisy.
There you go, my boy. Dash's owners didn't know if he was even going to survive yesterday, so to be able to reunite them with him today, that's incredible. In here. Hey. Oh, you look better. Look, hey, is that your friend?
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. Oh, it's okay, just be gentle. He's been very sick, your brother.
Hey, you won't be doing that again, will you? You always see on TV and what chocolate can do to your dog, and you don't really think it is severe as what they say until you see it. It's not something that I want to see my dog go through again.
Yeah, we missed him on his walk today.
Oh, that's awesome, guys. He definitely had me worried yesterday, but
Yeah, all of us worry.
I told him no more chocolate. It's good, but it's not good for you. Dogs love chocolate just as much as we do, so accidents are going to happen. The important thing is to get them to help as quickly as possible. That's our best chance of saving a life.
I'm just on my way to Mudshoot Farm, which is a really inspiring place where Londoners can go and visit farm animals, but in the city. Now, farmer Tom has given me a call because there's a rather mischievous new recruit, so he's asked me to come up and check him out to make sure that he's A-OK.
Hello, sir.
How you doing?
How's it going, Tom? Good to
Nice
see you,
to
mate.
see you.
Tom has hundreds of animals in his care, but it's a newly arrived orphan rabbit that's the reason for Tom's call to Scott.
We thought when the rabbit was found, I mean, he was dumped in a box just on one of the entrances to the farm, and I thought when it became apparent that he would need a little bit of surgery, that Scott would be the man to phone. We'll go and see him, shall we?
Yeah, sure. Let's go.
Right, so here he is.
Let's have a look at him. So what's the name of my patient today, Tom?
He's been christened Cookie.
Cookie, OK.
Yep.
All right.
See if we can get him.
Yeah. This wrangling rabbits thing can actually prove quite difficult.
Yeah, he's going to give us the runaround, that's for sure.
Where are you, mate? In classic rabbit style, they are very difficult to catch. I don't think they are that impressed by a vet visit, and they're trying their best to escape my clutches.
There he is.
Come on. Oh, yeah, got him. OK. Come here, mate. Okay. You're quick, but you're not quick enough. How's it going? Hello there. You OK?
He seems bright and healthy, and as you see, he's moving.
He's
all
moving
right.
very well. Definitely quite strong and healthy. Nice teeth as well. Boy. A little feel of your tummy. OK, well, I mean, generally, physically, he's a very fine specimen. So have you noticed any concerning issues or physical traits you're bothered about?
There is one problem that sort of got a little bit bigger.
Right.
Really. I think he may need to be castrated.
Right.
Yeah.
What have you been up to, sir? So once I finally get hold of Cookie and I have a look at him, clearly he's a very happy rabbit. But Tom informs me that he has been quite the naughty boy.
They're just down in here.
Oh, my goodness, they are so cute, aren't they? Beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think it's fair to say that they are Cookie's kids because
They are.
3 of them look very clearly like him, don't they?
Yep.
And how many babies are we looking at here?
There's
lots.
actually 9 in there.
Wow.
What happened was a bit of an accident. Basically, as someone was going in to feed the girls, they had let the boy out first, and he quickly saw his chance. I think he was in there for only 30 seconds, a couple of minutes, something like that. So it doesn't take much time. I think if you would have blinked, you would have missed it, but there you go.
Oh, dear. We definitely don't need another 30 seconds, do we?
No, we don't need a repeat performance.
No.
So now Tom wants Scott to take Cookie back to the Richmond practice for castration surgery.
Well, let us know how you get on.
Well, come on then, let's go. Hey, Nate.
Oh, hi, Scott. What have you got for us today, then?
Well, I've got a very handsome Lothario, and it isn't me, it's him. He's managed to father some babies at Mudsheet Farm that they didn't quite expect were going to be running around, and now we just need to put paid to his stud behaviour.
I think this is the one all the fathers warn their girls about, isn't it?
This rabbit?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. He wouldn't get past the front door of my place. Seriously, that's it. OK, well, let's get to work. Sorry, buddy. Oh, ouchie. I know, ouchie, ouchie. Good boy.
Yeah, all okay.
Anaesthetics in rabbits can be quite fraught because they're quite nervous, stressful animals, and they're also quite delicate as well. Is it moving the bag? It's just this colour's not great. Can you just be quiet for a second?
That's a breath.
There you go, but that's moving, so...
Yeah, he's breathing.
Yeah, actually, his colour's improving now. It just pushed it back a little bit further. OK. This is an early scare that I don't need. Cookie's breathing seems a little bit irregular. If you want to take him through, and then I'll get scrubbed up. But now, hopefully, it's stabilised. OK?
So just looking at his colour, it's gone a bit purple.
Running into the surgery room, I can see that Cookie is blue and he is simply not breathing. This colour's awful. Extend his neck. We set to work straight away, trying to stimulate him to start breathing again. Can you see breath there? His heart's still going.
Yeah, heart's still going.
Breath?
No. Yeah, heart rate's come up.
Seeing that Cookie isn't breathing and that he's going blue, it's very, very nerve-wracking. These are very stressful and nervous animals, and they are prone to anaesthetic reactions, basically where the drugs that we use aren't well received by the patient's system, and that seems to be the case here with Cookie. His heart's strong.
Yeah, you can see the blood pumping through. It's kind of like...
It's good.
His colour's better.
Yeah, but I think we should get the antecedent into him anyway. I just don't like this. Nathan and I are battling really hard to try and get Cookie to breathe again, and the worry is starting to rise in me. So I decide that we're going to pull out of the anaesthetic altogether. So we give him the reversal agent, which should mop up all the drugs that we knocked him out with in the first place. So you just need to keep stimulating. Come on. Can't feel anything, no. It's a real battle to keep Cookie alive. We are breathing for him. We are trying to stimulate him to start breathing on his own, at the same time listening very intently to his heart, which is beginning to slow. Come on, mate.
Cookie has now been unresponsive for 6 minutes, despite Scott's use of numerous medications to try to stimulate the rabbit's system.
He's gone. Despite our best efforts, Cookie is simply not responding, and sadly, his heart stops.
After battling to save the little rabbit, Scott and Nathan are devastated.
So our patient's passed away, which is heartbreaking. Yeah, we fought valiantly as much as and as hard as we could, but he just seemed to react very badly to the drugs, and you never know that until you give a drug, and then you fight to counter the side effects. And we're incredibly shocked and upset that this has happened on our watch. We're trained to deal with these situations, but unfortunately, this one we didn't win, and Nathan and I are heartbroken. So how are the babies getting on?
They're doing really well. Growing like there's no tomorrow, so yeah, have a look and see what you reckon.
6 weeks later, Scott is back at Mudchute Farm. Tom wants him to check up on some of Cookie's offspring.
We've got 3 that we've decided to keep.
Oh, great.
So they're going to be staying on the farm, so those are the ones that we'll have a look at now.
Nice.
Right, here they are.
Oh, my goodness. They are gorgeous.
Yeah, we'll go in and have a closer look.
Oh, look at that. That one's literally a mirror image of its dad.
He certainly is.
Oh, my goodness, like a mini Cookie. And just as feisty.
That's it, exactly.
Oh, hello, beautiful. Oh, my goodness, these rabbits are so cute. They are absolutely beautiful. And one of them is the absolute picture of Cookie. Oh, wow. What an amazing legacy.
I know,
Cookie.
don't they? They're lovely.
Do we know if they're boys or girls yet?
I haven't had a look yet, because I think they're still a little bit too young, but maybe you can have a look and see.
Should I have another look? So I'm pretty sure that this guy is following after his dad's footsteps. Hey, chip off the old block. All right, sweetheart. So that one's a female. Yep. And then last but not least, let's have a look at you. I think this one's also a girl.
The examination of the babies went really well, and we've found out we've got 1 boy and 2 girls. The 3 babies will stay here for the rest of their natural lives, so they'll be in a happy, functioning social group, providing happiness to many, many children and adults that come and visit the farm.
Have you thought of names yet?
Well, because obviously Dad was called Cookie, we were thinking about biscuits.
Biscuit-inspired names.
That's it, yes.
OK. Well, one biscuit that I desperately miss from home is this chocolate extravaganza, which is a Tim Tam. So I wonder if maybe... Do you want to be Tim Tam? They're really nice. Really nice. And then what about you? What's your favourite biscuit?
Well, I like chocolate digestives.
OK. So maybe we should go with the brown one on that one.
Yep, yep.
All right. And then I think the English biscuit that I think is amazing is a hobnob. Everyone loves a hobnob. Come on.
So we can call this little one here.
There we go. It's bittersweet visiting Mudsheet Farm today. On one hand, I'm heartbroken at not returning with Cookie, but happy to check on his lasting legacy, his babies. As a vet, we're trained to accept that sometimes complications happen, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt. But life goes on, and it's great to see that this Randy rabbit's offspring are happy and healthy and continuing to delight the urban kids who love this special place. Nice one, Tim Tam. Maybe we'll go and get a cup of tea and toast your health. Yeah.
You've got a waiting room full of hot chicks.
These Chinese silky chickens are the pampered pets of the equally colourful Chrissy.
I think the whole world needs more colour. I love colour. And what I do to the chickens, it doesn't hurt them. It's completely and utterly harmless. They are shampooed in Pantene, conditioned in Pantene, and then I put food colouring, which is totally harmless to them, harmless to me, and then I blow dry them. And that's how we get our little coloured chickens.
I knew it was you. Well, who else does this?
Who else does this? Good.
Good to see you.
You too.
Now, who can I grab?
You can grab this one if you'd like. Yeah.
Okay.
Fabulous. And that one.
You up as well. Thank you.
Chrissy's one of the clinic's colourful characters in every sense of the word.
In there.
In.
No, wrong door. Let's go.
Over the years, I've seen Chrissy for a number of problems, all to do with her pets.
Here we go. Close the barn door.
Now it appears the chickens are next up. I've got no idea what to expect with these chickens.
What is the crisis?
The crisis, Chris. I have the crisis in here. This is chook number 4. I have this little one isolated from these guys.
Yep.
This little one is losing weight dramatically. You can actually feel the keel bone.
Yeah.
And she's very sticky in her beak, white sticky in her beak.
And she kind of looks a little tired too.
It's clear straight away, looking at the yellow chicken, this is why Chrissy is so concerned, because a chicken just shouldn't look like this. This quiet, you get worried.
She's really, really lethargic and she is sleeping a lot. Whenever I look, she's got a little head in the back, sleeping.
I mean, she should be up and proud like these guys are.
Yeah.
Whereas she is very withdrawn.
She has no energy.
She doesn't look good.
No, she doesn't.
Whereas all the rest of Chrissy's chickens are all colourful and active and looking to create chaos, the yellow chicken is completely different. She's quiet, she's withdrawn, almost looks like she wants to go to sleep.
It's strange to see anything to do with you being quiet.
I know, I'm not coping. I can't cope. If I lose another one, I'll be beside myself. Last week I lost one. There were the 3 of them, and I had a beautiful big pink one, and I lost her, and I'm really concerned that whatever the pink one had may have gone to this one.
Sure.
Chrissy is understandably worried. Little Coco, the pink chicken, died without warning.
I thought she was fine, and just last week I came out one morning and she'd gone to chook heaven.
The thing with chickens is you normally don't see a lot wrong with them until it's too late. So for her to be actually showing signs of weakness right now, she must be pretty unwell.
Yeah. I knew she was sick, but she's a whole lot sicker than I thought. So I just hope that I've got her here in time.
Let's get a weight from her and see where we're at.
Bugger lugs here.
1.6 kilograms.
Big difference.
So she's almost triple her weight.
Almost triple.
So she's eating as much as the others, would you say?
Yes, absolutely, and taking fluids.
Yet, despite all that, she's fading away compared to the rest.
Absolutely.
She does look worryingly skinny there.
Yep.
Let's have a look at you. There are a few areas in her mouth that don't look spot on. It's all a little bit sticky and...
Yeah, it's sort of got that white sticky.
It shouldn't smell great.
No, it's terrible, isn't it? Oh.
Foul-smelling breath and mucus in the mouth could be a sign of infection. But Chris will need to do a full examination to see if there are any other symptoms.
All right, let's have a listen to her. Listening to Goofy's heart, it sounds okay. It's when I look at her breathe that I really get worried. You can see her whole body move.
Yes.
In an attempt to get that air in. I just fear that perhaps the infection we're seeing around her nose is actually a small part of what's going on. I worry that she may actually have an infection further down in her air sacs, so actually in sort of the equivalent of her lungs.
Like pneumonia, like we get.
Look how much she has to really push and suck that air in to actually get a breath. For a chicken, that's just not normal. With every breath, she burns so much energy just getting the oxygen in that sustains her, that no matter how much she eats, she's never going to eat enough to replace the energy she's burning just through doing something simple as breathing. Any animal that breathes like this is a concern. You can see the effort she puts in just to get one single breath. She dips her head, she musters up all her strength, and with one big effort, sucks the air in as hard as she can. That's just one breath. She has to take thousands of those each day. It's no wonder that she is so stressed and she's lost weight. Okay. Well, we need to work out some treatment for her.
Yep, sure
quickly.
do. Yeah, very quickly.
With Goofy so sick and time so tight, we can't afford to choose an antibiotic that doesn't work here. That's why I'm going to use two, and that way we've got every chance of having success here.
As well as antibiotics, Chris is also giving Goofy a worming treatment.
The wormer obviously removes the chance that the worms are playing a part here, but the two different antibiotics are going to try to get into her system now and kill off the bacterial infection that's really starting to affect it.
So, how long before I see a difference?
Look, hopefully within about 3 to 4 days.
Right, okay.
So your big goal is to get her through the next 3 to 4 days.
Okay, yep.
If you can do that, then I'm confident that we're going to be okay.
Fantastic. Thank you. I'm very happy with what Chris has done, so now we can just fingers crossed and pray. Say thank you, Chris. Thank you. Little smile there.
The calm before the storm. Sun is going down shortly, I suppose, so normally that's when things get a bit busier. All the other vet clinics will be shutting shortly, and that's when we're the only one left open around.
At the animal hospital. At the Murdoch University in Perth, Dr. Peter is gearing up for a busy evening of emergency care.
We're waiting on the unexpected, so it can go from being very calm and quiet to being extremely hectic and lots of things coming in all at once. Yep. No worries, we'll see you then, Paul. Drive safely. Bye. So we've just had a phone call that there's a rabbit on its way that's actively seizuring, so I'm just making sure that we have all the drugs that we want and anti-seizure medication ready.
Peter's major concern is epilepsy. An uncontrolled seizure can quickly kill a rabbit.
If they keep going with the seizures, it'll make them overheat. So all the proteins like albumin, so albumin is the same as egg white, will start to cook in their body, and once an egg is cooked, you can't uncook it.
Owner Paul arrives with 3-year-old Velma, and the critically ill rabbit is quickly transferred into Peter's care.
It's all right. Come on, sweetie.
Distressing when I first found her, just sort of lying there, and your first thought is, oh no, she's died, you know, and then thankfully she hadn't.
The seizures have stopped. Peter now suspects Velma isn't suffering from epilepsy, but a different life-threatening condition.
So I can see eyes flicking uncontrollably there. That's a typical sign of vestibular disease, and that head tilt there to the left as well. Vestibular disease affects any part of our body that helps control our balance. Unfortunately with Velma, that is all out of whack, so at the moment the whole world will be spinning upside down. Poor little bunny. Vestibular is caused by a parasite. It's a rabbit-only parasite that lives in the brain. It does also go to other tissues, so the kidney, the eye. Some rabbits will make a full recovery. Some rabbits will always have some neurological signs. Looking at Velma, I am concerned that her stress levels are so high and her vestibular signs are so bad that we might not be able to get this under control.
Peter will treat the vestibular disorder with antiparasitic and anti-nausea drugs.
This is very bad.
But his immediate worry is that Velma hasn't eaten all day.
I had a little feel of our belly, and I'm concerned that there might be gut stasis, so the stomach isn't moving the way it should be. Velma's not going to be able to absorb food, and that can become life-threatening for a little bunny, and they can die quite quickly. We need to get fluids into her right now. At the moment, she's going to be dehydrated and her circulation is going to be really poor, and she's going to need fluids to get that blood pumping around her body the way it should be.
Peter also gives the desperately ill bunny medication for her dysfunctional stomach.
And hopefully this drug will act on the muscles of the stomach to get it contracting and moving in the right direction as well. If Velma didn't come in today, she would definitely pass away at home. She was already starting to head that way. Her guts were shutting down, her organs were starting to shut down. Rabbits require that food all the time, and when their metabolic rate is disrupted, they will quickly succumb, and if we had left this to tomorrow, she would definitely have died. Hey little friend, it must feel terrible at the moment. I know. Good girl. All right, calm down. Calm down. Her eye flicking has started much worse again, and she's quite unstable. I can still see she's breathing up a little bit at the moment, and the anxiety must be high. So it's going to be so important to keep her calm and quiet and rested tonight. It's all right, sweetie.
After settling Velma, Peter goes to discuss her condition with anxious owners Paul and Becky.
Tell me the story when you first got her.
I discovered it in the backyard. So, and then...
In your backyard?
Yeah, our backyard. And then
so she claimed you?
Yeah, she sort of came to us. She adopted me. She's always been her own rabbit. I just feed her and pat her, and she just follows me around. And she's been happy and healthy, and that, unfortunately, until this morning, yeah.
Her presentation is very classical for a common disease in rabbits caused by a parasite. It's manageable and treatable, but some rabbits, it's not. So if she is in this state for a very long time, that's not a very good quality of life for a rabbit, and that's where we need to go, okay, she's not responding to treatment, and we need to think about what's best for her at that point. Then what needs to be on the table and what needs to be discussed is euthanasia, unfortunately. This must be incredibly distressing for her owners and a horrible thing for them to experience. Paul is clearly in love with this rabbit, and we really don't want anything to go wrong with her, but things will go backwards very quickly in rabbits when they're not responding well to treatment, and if that's the case, she may not live through the night. Gently pat her, she might have a little jump up suddenly, if she does.
Yeah, she doesn't like it.
There you go, sweetheart. Dad's here.
If I was to lose Velma, it'd be a real sort of sense of loss and grief. It was pretty traumatic and sad to say goodbye to her, but she's a fighter. Just we'll wait and see what happens. See you, Bunny.
Yeah. So this is called critical care. It's a nutrition for herbivores when they're in hospital or unable to eat for themselves, and we're going to syringe feed this into her. Hey, what have we got here? Oh yeah, she likes that.
Staff at the animal hospital will try to syringe feed Velma through the night in the hope of keeping the critically ill 3-year-old alive.
Good girl. It is going to be touch and go tonight for little Velma. Overnight, we're hoping that she continues to eat as well as she did already, that her stomach continues to work the way it should. And the best case scenario would be that she starts to show us some signs of improvement with her vestibular disease. Yeah, it's the start of a new day. A bit anxious to see how Velma's gone overnight.
Next morning, Peter arrives to some encouraging news from the overnight vets.
We've just kept the medications going, and Velma has been eating some chaff as well, which is great.
Oh, cool. So
yeah.
She's looking a bit brighter then.
Yeah, she's looking much better.
Thank you. I guess my biggest concern still is how her stomach has been going. Hello, sweetheart.
He soon discovers even better news.
There it is, the golden nugget. That's exactly what we want to see, a perfectly healthy rabbit poo. So that food we've been giving her is moving through and coming out the back end. This is a really good sign. This means that her stomach is working and we're okay to get her home.
The overnight syringe feeding has saved Velma's life. Peter now wants to see if Velma is ready to eat normal rabbit food.
She is into it, so that's good. That's what I wanted. Oh, good girl. That's so good. Hopefully by the end of the week she's eating all by herself. I'm sure she's going to be making Paul very happy when he gets to see her now.
The hardest thing about waiting, it's the not knowing. The unknown fears, like, you know, because you're sort of thinking, oh, I hope she's okay. I have been looking forward to seeing her. The yard's been a bit empty without her.
All right, sweetie.
But before releasing Velma into Paul's care,
can you open that towel up and make a bit of a bunny burrito?
Peter wants to make sure the anti-parasitic medication has improved Velma's vestibular symptoms enough for her to go home.
So I can still see that she's got that head tilt, but I can definitely notice that her eyes are flicking a lot less. It's still quite dramatic, her signs, but this is actually probably the best possible scenario. It's a neurological disorder, so they're going to take a little bit longer to recover from, but already improvement is significant and she's definitely got a will to keep going. Even though she's not able to get up and hop around at the moment, she has made some improvements, and that's kind of where I expected her to be. It's going to take a little bit of time for her to be back to a normal rabbit. Here's Dad.
Hello. Oh, she's got the tilt here.
That's right, yeah. So I guess you've got to be quite slow with things and gentle at the moment, but she is trying to get going and do things herself at the moment.
Yeah. She's a fighter. She's not a placid rabbit.
The next couple of days she's going to be slowly getting better, and then hopefully by the end of the week she's kind of propping herself up and able to get around a little bit better. So.
It's awesome news. Yeah, I could take her home and she's in recovery mode and she's going to get better. So it's the result I was hoping for.
There we go. The road ahead should be pretty smooth as long as Paul's able to give her the TLC that she needs, and I'm sure that he will be able to. He clearly loves her so much and she's looking good and fighting fit. So, yeah, no worries, my pleasure. I hope she goes all right. Please call us if there's any trouble at all, okay? Yeah, please.
I'll let her out of the hutch when she's ready and then she can go rampaging like she usually does, back to living her normal life.
On a busy freeway, a Bondi Vet camera crew are caught up in traffic chaos. A mother duck and her babies have taken a tragic wrong turn.
People are just stopping. Cars are stopped. There's people jumping out of their cars and just scrambling around the cars trying to catch these little ducklings.
In a panic, the mother duck flies off, abandoning her ducklings.
One right under your car here.
Now orphaned, it's imperative the chicks are caught and brought to safety.
Geez, one just went under a car. Oh, it's out the other side, I think.
One out that side.
Geez, so quick. This is crazy.
Right now, legs on this up.
The Good Samaritan couple are now taking 9 ducklings to the nearby Sash Hospital. Sadly, there has already been one casualty.
No, one got run over. There's 9 birds. One of them was hit by the car. If you could just come up and have a look, please, that would be appreciated.
After a frantic rescue mission, Alicia and David have just arrived at Sash with the 9 orphan ducklings. One other chick died on the motorway.
Oh, I love animals, so it's hard. Definitely.
Hi, little guys. Look at you.
Emergency vet Lisa Chimes now needs to check over the babies for any serious injuries.
So remarkable that this couple stopped their car in the middle of a freeway, jumped out and tried to rescue these little ducklings. I mean, they could have endangered their own lives.
We couldn't have left them there. Like, we'll never forgive ourselves if we did.
Looking for signs of head trauma, feeling their limbs and seeing if they've got any breaks in their wings and their bones. I mean, if these ducks are so tiny and so fragile that if they came into contact with a tyre or a car or anything on that freeway, they would not have stood a chance. No, you did good. Look at them, 9 out of 10. And it's thanks to you. I think it's an amazing effort. Thank you so much. Come on, little guys.
Thank you.
We don't actually get ducks here very often, so I've raided the fridge and stolen someone's lettuce for their lunch. This is service. I don't even cook like this for myself. Chopped it up finely, soaked it in water, and that's what they're going to get until I can find some proper duck food. Oh, I love that. Oh, my goodness. I've asked the nurses here if they can look after the ducks, but the hospital's full, we're busy. Been told, Lisa, take them home, keep them warm and bring them back alive tomorrow. No pressure. We're going on the freeway. At this time, you're going to be strapped in. You be good in the car, little duckies. Hello. Hi. Look what I've got. They're staying for the night.
What the?
In the bathroom. Why?
It's a big surprise for Lisa's husband Brad and their 4-legged family Nelson and Lucas.
Nice to the baby dog. Love him. The dog's got one look at the cage. I let them meet their new brothers and sisters, and then Nelson licked his lips, and that was it. Big boys are staying here. Wait there, wait. Just wait. We'll come back to you in a second. I don't want to stress the ducks out too much, so the dogs have been banished and they are not happy. He loves you. Just be fun. Oh my goodness, Brad. I don't know if Brad's cut out to be a father just yet. He's not coping very well.
How many of these are there?
He loves you. We've got 9 babies, Brad.
Lisa.
What?
They've gone under the thing.
Yeah, don't know if this is so good for the marriage. Brad, what are you doing? You're meant to be watching them.
There they come.
No, not on the bed. Go to bed. Everyone to bed. Come on, kids. In you go. Bedtime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bedtime. They'll be all right, Brad. Don't worry. They'll be okay. No. So I'm a little bit sad my little family's going. It was fun while it lasted, hey buddies?
Lisa's 9 orphans have made it through the night.
Hi.
Hi. Now she's reluctantly handing them over to the experts.
We're lucky we've got some babies in care at the moment with an adult.
Okay.
So we'll just add them to the brood. I think there'll be 19 babies with one adult.
You're cute. Oh, that's how you thank me. Hey?
Surrogate mums, they can't count. Another 9 ducklings, no problem. All right.
Good
Thanks
luck.
very much, Lisa.
Let me know what happens with them.
Absolutely, and we'll be in touch. Maybe when we release them.
Hopefully.
Okay.
Take care.
See you later. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
actually looking forward to a good night's sleep tonight. Yeah, good luck to him.
I can't wait for you to see them, Lisa.
Yeah.
They've grown so much.
Can't wait to see them as well. And wow, what a spot for their new home, huh?
Lisa has caught up with Neil from the rescue group Wires to say goodbye to the baby she took in 8 weeks ago.
They don't look much like babies anymore, Lisa.
Well, they're ready to go. I've definitely stirred the pot here. I've been thinking about these little guys for the last few months, wondering how they're doing, and I'm so excited to see how big they've grown and to hopefully set them free in the water where they belong. There we go! Oh my goodness.
Oh, look at that.
That's amazing.
It's beautiful.
Wow. Come on, little one.
Hi, I'm Dr. Kate, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the Bondi Vet YouTube channel. Click on the screen for more great content. And for free, exclusive, never seen before Bondi Vet stories, you can sign up to bondipet.com, and you can do so via the link in the description.